Even the biased newspaper we have that came out and attacked yours truly, which doesn't bother me. Um, Attack me because I'm making a statement. Now, my position is this: that instead of wasting ink on me, a Christian, a country preacher, they should have been using that ink to write about George Bush, who terrorizes the world every day. And then it's been much more useful in doing that. So we need to understand that. The next thing is, this community is too spineless. The general population is spineless. We need to rise up and not, when I say rise up, everybody knows what I mean. They know I don't mean violence. They mean I'm talking about civil disobedience that worked effectively with us during the 60s following Dr. King from Mobile to Rochester when we confronted Bull Connor in Alabama. And not only that, we will confront the Bull Connors in Rochester as well. And so people need to understand that. Not only that, we need to look at the ministers, the leaders, not only just black ministers, but ministers of the gospel who claim to be servants of the Lord and leading the people. They need to come out, speak out, stand up against the injustice and people being killed. And in some instances, we do believe murdered in this town. They need to speak out. They need to take a position in this community and so that people once again can believe that there is some justice and hope in the community. We need to know that now. And Chief Duffy needs to stop dancing. He needs to stop dancing around and come out and be the chief he ought to be, that he was appointed to be, and just tell it like it is. He knows that he has officers on the force who are corrupt. He knows he has some who are brutal. He knows he has some who are embarrassing the department. Clean them out. Get them off now. Then they won't have to go around and make excuses for the police department. Get rid of the rogue cops and do it now. And if not, if he's unable to do that, then Chief Duffy needs to get off the ship himself and let another captain come aboard. This is the kind of thing that the community is going to demand. We don't need it any further, and we're going to take a stand here, and we're not going any place. And we want the politicians, we want every system in town to know that they're going to have to stop killing our young men and young women. Not just young men. Let's go back and remember that young women were gunned down whose lives could have been saved. And in every case met here in this church where these killings and sometimes we think murder took place, they're met here. I've been around the table of every killing, and I don't believe that there's one case that where a life couldn't have been saved. No, this idea about we're trained to shoot to kill doesn't mean you have to kill. You kill because you want to kill, and not because your life was threatened. I can't think of anybody whose life was seriously threatened. Let's take the boy, the little 14-year-old boy that they gunned down who was driving the car. They didn't have any other excuse but to say he tried to run us down with the car. How many times, I ask you the public, how many times have you jumped out the way of an armed Russian car? If that was the case, why couldn't the police jump out of the way? No, somebody wanted to shoot, and that's what they did. They shot and killed this boy. I don't believe that he was trying to kill them, and I believe that his life could have been saved at a dead-end street. All they had to do to wait him out, he had to jump out of that car and run and get hungry or something. They need to be much more cautious, and we will not sit back and allow them to go and not criticize. We're going to criticize them, and wherever we can get them prosecuted, we're going to have them prosecuted, and I'm once again calling up everybody who has lost a loved one to get a lawyer now, a competent lawyer, not one who's going to sell them out and file lawsuits now, the biggest one that you can file. And if you have difficulty in securing a lawyer, contact me, contact us, and we will try to assist you and find somebody who will not deceive you, nor take your money unnecessarily and run. God bless you. Stand up for justice. Stand up for justice right now.
This is a civil rights movement today, 2002. We're here to say we're not going to take any more beatings. We are tired of the killings. We're tired of our that won't mind you standing on their property, debating this cruelty that has been done to one of ours.
Right, amen. God bless.
Everybody that don't have a sign, please pick up a sign. Everybody that don't have a sign, we're taking our message to the Metro Section Police Department to tell them that we are not going to take the beatings anymore. No more killings. We refuse to stand back and watch. But we're going to, if we have to march, and I mean this for real, if we have to march from one city to the next until we get to Washington, D.C., and make this national what's going on in our town, we're going to do it. We need everybody that's over there that don't like what happened Saturday night to come. I would like the children of the murder victim to come over here in front of me. We have 4 children right here. These 4 children don't have a daddy. Put your sign up, baby. My dad is dead. Fire on the racist, R.P.D. Stop killing, and we taking no more beatings. Now these children today, they don't have a father. Why should somebody be murdered because they was out of their mind at the time? Shouldn't they have called somebody that had worked and was trained to work with somebody with mental illness? Because if you get a phone call saying a human being is running around in the store half naked, then you know that they're not in their right mind. That's right. So, should they have beat this man to death and justify it by saying that this man bit off a police officer finger? No! No! We're not going to buy them lies. That's right. We can't take no more. We're not buying it.
Our chief of police is blind and can't understand the video. We're not blind. Our chief of police seems to be that he's blind. He cannot see what the video is showing. But you know what, people? We're not blind anymore. We're not deaf, and we're not dumb, and we're not blind anymore. So maybe we need to get rid of our chief of police since he can't seem to see what's happening. Every time something comes out, no matter how bad it is, he seems to justify the police in doing it. Now that's the wrong leader as far as I can see. I'm a taxpaying registered voter. I'm not afraid to open my mouth and say what needs to be said. If we need to get rid of our chief of police, we need to get rid of our chief of police. We need to get somebody who can see, because evidently he's blind.